Welcome again to Healing Space, Healthy Relationship LVU. On today's episode, I'll be talking on how depression affects women in relationships. Firstly, I would like us to understand the word called depression. Depression is a mood disorder that affects a person's behavior negatively as well as the way the person feels or thinks. It can also affect other life activities like sleeping, eating, and working. When someone experiences depression, we can describe the person's state of mind as being depressed or downgraded. A depressed person can appear very moody or uninterested in many life activities such as eating, socializing, and sex. But we need to be very careful. Don't presume that the person is depressed because they are quiet, sad, or hungry for brief moments. To determine whether a person is depressed, their depressed or downgraded state of mind should have lasted at least 2 weeks. If your spouse or partner has a sudden change in behavior that you could suspect to be depression, you can look for signs. This can include prolonged sadness, withdrawn, isolation, loss of appetite, and lack of interest in socializing. It is important for the partner of a depressed person to observe their depressed partner and try to understand them. You may even be able to find the cause, which can include mental illness or life events such as job loss or bullying on the internet. One of the best ways to help a depressed person is to encourage them to seek help. Don't force them to change and don't try to make them ignore their problem. Rather, support them, encourage them, and help them to find help from medical practitioners or counselor. Note that depression is a medical or mental condition, and it might not go on its own unless you treat or address it. Counseling might help, but it is better if given by professional counselor. Don't be too selfish by pushing a depressed partner to satisfy your social, emotional, or sexual need. Give them time to look after themselves and recover. Depression is real and it can lead to suicide or sudden death or even worse kind of mental illness. How depression affects women in relationship. Women are often affected by depression due to different factors. The biology of a woman's body is one of such major factors. For example, hormonal changes in a woman's body during the menstrual or ovarian cycles can cause mood changes. In fact, certain hormones can change a woman's behaviors at certain stage, such as after a childbirth or at menopause. For instance, some women experience depression after childbirth, which is called prenatal or postpartum depression. In fact, seasonal changes can cause depression for some people. In addition, women are often more affected for longer duration by news or disaster, especially when they witness or experience trauma. Or imagine a situation where a woman witnessed a fatal motor accident or mass burial. The memory of such events may keep coming back for a long time. A depressed woman can easily become unhappy, withdrawn, or even suicidal. What can you do if your partner appears depressed? First, try to understand them. Try to know the cause if you can. Guide them on how to seek help. Support them and encourage them to overcome their depression. Interestingly, a woman can get emotional due to anger but can be quite emotionless and show little or no interest in their partner or things around them when depressed. It is important to be patient with a depressed woman. Don't try to force or take them out of their depression. Support them to heal. Give them time. If you force them into social or sexual activities, they will most likely not enjoy it, but they may appreciate genuine love, care, and understanding. Sometimes, all that they need is your presence and support. With this, women are truly resilient and can heal, overcome depression, and thrive again. Finally, depression is real. Finally, treat depression so as to enjoy your relationship.